Coming up,
Ooh.
a baker gets stuck in a proposition.
I happen to be in a very interesting proposition.
Silent is wowed by some sandpaper.
Oh, wow. That's so cool.
And Blockdown appreciates my services.
For great service and you being here, take a little tip.
Let's create. Today, I've got a whole bunch of work to do and I need to do it fast. I'm still working on my gondola system, which currently takes players from my mountain down to the spawn area over there and then all the way over the mountain to the bank at the other side. And whilst it works and it's open and it's been running, there's no payment or ticket system in place. And inside the buildings themselves, it's pretty plain and boring. So I've spent some time this morning creating a few posters that we're going to be putting around the place to make it look a whole bunch better and a whole bunch more vibrant and interesting. And we'll start with this one over here. We've got the gondola coming down a hill. I've called the whole thing Peak Transport because it's a bit of a play on the fact that it is the best transport system on the server because it's the only one at the moment and it goes across the mountains. And we've got slogans on all of them as well. This one is bypassing useless railway projects. The next one, of course, is Peak Transport Gondolas again with the gondolas coming through the mountain, and this one is suspended network over trains. And inside we've got 4 more above rail systems everywhere, cruising right above peasants, floating above ridiculous trains. Because of course, who wants a train when you could ride on a gondola? Anyway, the posters aren't the only things we're going to be doing. I of course need to set up a shop system in here so people can buy tickets to ride the gondola system, and I need to put some sort of turnstile system in place to stop people getting on without a ticket. And that's going to be tricky because not only have I got to build that here at this station, but I also need to build it at the other 2 stations as well. I need to build one down at the spawn station there, and I need to build one at the bank station all the way over there. And I haven't even thought of a design for the system we're going to be putting in place, so I've got a load to do with that. But before we get to that, Oh. Hello, sir.
What a coincidence that I happen to find you here on the very ledge of your base.
Yeah, it is a coincidence, isn't it? I'm not usually standing right here. Wow.
It's a massively... Well, actually, technically, it's not really that much of a coincidence. I happen to be in a very, very interesting proposition.
You're in a proposition?
Well, in a proposal.
You want me to help you get out of it? Are you stuck?
Well, it's me in English words. The Swedes, we don't really, and I just go about whatever feels right.
Right, okay, fair enough. What is your proposition for me?
My proposition for you is quite technical, sir. We in the Bread Baron establishment have been looking for an opportunity to spread wide, if I may, and offer people a nice taste of the sensation that we're technically producing.
Is this your premium bread?
Not the one with toilets in. No, it's not. It's just bread this time around.
Can I open it?
Yeah, by all means, grab it.
Ooh, so it's just bread, this one?
Yeah, if you want more bread, then there's more bread in that one too.
Oh, wow, I've got double bread. Excellent.
Yeah, double bread, you see, and it's double infused double bread even. Now, I happen to be bringing me the bread board. The bread board of bread bringing. And I wanted to hear with you if you're curious in signing up for one of our membership deals.
What would I get from being a member?
Yeah, it's completely free. That's the number one thing to take away from here. And we technically just deliver bread.
You deliver bread for free? Well, I guess so. I guess free bread sounds good to me.
Yeah, so there are 2 sign-ups. We got the premium membership and we got the New Bakes membership. The New Bakes is a interesting offer. We're technically revolutionizing the world of bakeries over here. Okay. Where new things you've never seen in this world before, will arrive at your doorstep.
New things? Wow, okay.
The other one is a bit more of a more of a lenient opportunity where if you're really in it for bread, sign up.
Right, okay. And they're both free?
Yeah. All free, all
well,
in the business.
I'll have the premium one, the top one then, please.
That's exactly what I was hoping to hear. Not the New Bakes.
Well, can I sign up for both?
Yes, absolutely.
Well,
absolutely.
I'll go for both then. This sounds wonderful. 2 free subscriptions. What more could I ask for?
Perfect. Well, Foxy, it's been great to come over here. And as a token of our gratitude, here's another couple of bread for you. Free, as I said, on the business. I hope you enjoy yourself and, yeah.
Thank you.
Ouch. What? Your mountain is dangerous, dude.
Yeah, well, I covered it in snow, so it's softer than it could be. Well, that was a distraction and a half. I wasn't expecting that. Anyway, Yes, like I said, we can't do the things that I want to do just yet because we've had some problem with my Obsidimall. I've had reports from members that the system is no longer taking empty tanks of fuel and replacing them with full ones. And if you cast your mind back to the video where we built this, you'll know the headache I had of trying to get the systems in place to actually, well, realize that a tank was empty and a tank was full. So here we have a swap shop service. You can get a full tank for an empty one, and I just happen to have a couple of full tanks here and a couple of empty ones here. And if I go to buy one of these full tanks and click on this, it should take my empty one. But as you can see, it now says I can't afford this purchase. Something's not right. It worked before, it doesn't work now, even though I've got a fully empty tank. Now, it's not impossible that someone accidentally took this off here and swapped it out for a semi-full one, so let's just try replacing that, and then coming back to this and buying it again, and there we go. That worked. So it might have been that someone fiddled with it, or it might have been just that the game got all confused and didn't know how to deal with it, but at least we've fixed that now. And while we're here, that reminds me, I actually wanted to set up a water tank swapping service as well, because we're currently doing the large fueling tanks for the lava, but we're not dealing with the water ones. So I think we should set that up and get that in place first. And in order to sort out these water filling tanks, I of course need to go up to this little building here where we're dealing with all of that stuff and put that new system in place. And that new system can be exactly the same as what we've got here for the lava system. It just needs to have water instead. And while I'm here, I might as well fill up my other tanks. Now, first things first before... Why is my door open again? Who keeps opening my door? It's really weird. Right, anyway, first things first, I actually need to craft a whole bunch of those water fuel tanks, or what are they called? Large filling tanks. Also need to put this rubbish bread in there. And to craft these, we actually need medium filling tanks, which means we need small filling tanks, and to make those, we just need fluid tanks. And there we go, we've now got 16 large filling tanks. Let's go build the systems we need to fill them. I think I've just figured out why we had that issue at my shopping area. See, those 16 large filling tanks I've got that I've just made that are empty do not stack with these ones that are empty that we already had. So, there is a difference between a newly crafted empty tank and a used empty tank. So I need to make sure when we do the filters for our new swap shop items, we use a used empty filling tank rather than a new empty filling tank so that the system actually works. Right, anyway, I need to build a new one of these. Okay, to build the filling system then, we're going to need a pipe there, and a pipe there in order to get maximum water into this thing as quick as possible. And we're going to use some industrial iron just to encase those to stop them from changing direction when I add some more pipes onto this to join them all together. These pipes, of course, are going to need infinite amounts of water. So let's just make a little infinite water system just down here. And I need this water system to be a little bit lower down than everything else. So let's just get this little area filled up with water. And we're going to throw a pipe in at this point here. We're going to have a pump facing into there. In fact, we're going to have 3 pumps facing into that. We're going to join all of those together, and hopefully that will work without completely draining that, because we want to maximize how much water we're getting in here. We then, of course, need to bring this a couple of blocks up, stick a deployer facing down into that, and just like we did with the other one, we're going to have a belt coming out from that deployer, a brass funnel on that deployer. Then we need to put a large filling tank into a list filter with respect data on, and that means that this thing is only going to eject full finished tanks. In order to get the items up into that vault over there, we're going to start with a fan over here. We'll move the items up and then just sort of conveyor them into this tube over there, and we can do that by adding a few chutes on top of that. Then we'll get a bit of conveyor, bring that over this way, and then we're going to need another bit going in this direction all the way over to there. And then if we pop a funnel going into that, that means that those items will transfer across there and into there. Okay, we're going to encase all of this stuff in the industrial iron, and we need to put a stopper at this end to stop it falling off the back if this thing ends up going in reverse. Now we just need a way to get the empty ones into there, and you know what? I'm going to spin this whole thing round because it makes more sense for the fan to be out in this direction, so I'll just be a minute. Okay, it's all switched round. I've now got power to it as well, and this thing is filling up with water, which is wonderful. So all I've got to do is actually get empty tanks into here, which we're going to do exactly the same thing as we did over there. We'll start with a chute on top of the deployer with a 3 long vault just there. I'm going to put a brass funnel facing into that vault to make it easy for me to just drop tanks into there manually. And of course, we also need to stick on a packager and a frog. So let's come to the front, stick on a packager. The frog needs to be attached to this chain conveyor up here somehow. So let's just click it on there and hopefully it will reach from down here. It will. And this one needs a different name from that one. This one actually needs to be empty water tanks because the other one is empty tanks, which I should probably change to empty lava tanks, but it works and I don't want to fiddle with it. Next, we need a factory gauge on the same network as that one, which I'm going to stick on the side of that there. And now I need to get my used empty filling tank, stick that into that there, send it to that, and then tell it we want all of them. So if there are any empty fluid tanks in the shop system, it would send them here, and they should then get refilled. But let's see if that works. Right, okay, let's grab all of these large filling tanks then. Let's stick one of those in there, see if it actually gets filled up. It is doing. And there we go, it's gone. Which means if I hop up this ladder, there should now be, yes, a full filling tank in there. But I can also see in here, there is a not full fuel tank in there. So let's just get that out of here, which I've just sent to the shop. Oops. So now I need to set up the area at the shop to actually call those filling tanks down. Okay, easy peasy. How hard could it be? What could possibly go wrong?
Ah, Foxy!
How you doing, bud?
I'm doing good. I'm just using the Sturdy Sheets shop, Obsidian shop.
Oh, nice. Oh, I never, it's been here a while. I haven't checked to see if I've got, I have got money. I've got money. 46 diamonds.
46 diamonds? You're rich!
I am. I can't believe
You know
that.
what? For great service and you being here, take a little tip.
Oh, thank you, sir. Oh, wonderful. Hey, I've just fixed this lava swap thing. I don't know how long it will stay fixed, but it should be fixed now. I'm just adding in a water swap thing as well. I don't know if you jetpack around, but yeah, we're going to have swap shops for both lava and water for free.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
That's going to be very, very handy.
If the system works, because I've also noticed in here, we've also got some large fueling tanks in there, which should have gone through to my base to be refilled, but clearly haven't. So I've got a little bit of work to do. But yeah. So yeah, come on back by and that's not words. But if words work correctly, then you could come here more regularly to swap things and then maybe spend some more diamonds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. What a wonderful service you're providing.
Oh, you're welcome. Right, anyway, yes, we are now technically rich, but there's a problem here because there are large fueling tanks in the system which should have gone back to my base, but they're not coming out of this funnel, which makes me think yet again their things needed resetting for some reason. Don't ask me why, but they did. That's probably a bug. It's probably to do with the server restarting at some point, but something I'm going to have to keep my eye out on. Alternatively, I could literally just have a deployer on here just constantly spinning that round so that doesn't happen again. But we'll worry about that if it happens again. For now, I need to get these new things in place, and in order to do that, I need to move some things around in here and also add some factory gauges, or at least a factory gauge onto here. So let's connect this factory gauge to those. Let's pop that on there. This one needs to be for full fueling tanks, and we want all of them. And then we need to set the address, and that should then call down fueling tanks from our base if there were any there. Yeah, here's what. Yeah, there we go. We've already got one. Wonderful, that worked. And there we go. And it's appeared in the system. We've still got that sort of not quite full one in there as well somehow, but anyway, that's working. Now I do not actually need to change this filter to allow the empty water tanks through as well. So let's grab some used empty water tanks and used lava. I put them all in the system. That's a problem. And now I was going to say we'll just stick those in there. To be fair, if we do it without NBT data, it shouldn't matter because anything should go through there then. So what I think I'm going to do is actually just remove these bits from here. We're going to have a slight redecorate in here. Next, I'm going to put that there, put a tablecloth on there, and that means we can move our sturdy sheet over to there. However, I'm actually going to move the crying obsidian down one and the obsidian down one because they're probably least likely to be sold. So let's have the crying obsidian there. We'll have the obsidian there. Make sure we put our diamonds back on there. Then we can grab our sturdy sheet, stick that over there, pop our diamond back on there. Then we can come to this, grab our large filling tank and configure this tablecloth for that, pop that on there. And now we just need a used empty filling tank to pop on there, and now we can buy those. So if I click to grab one of those and then click on that, it is going to take my empty one and I should get a full one back in return. And those empty ones should have gone through the system and should be filling back up at our system. Yeah, they're not in the stock ticker. So if I stand here and wait for a while, I should eventually see that one come back. And here it comes. That didn't take long at all. Oh, this is wonderful. The system works. So let's go fill the system with all of these empty tanks and we can get this thing running. And that's exactly why we put this funnel on the side here, because I can just click that with the empty tanks. And now they're all going to get filled up and sent back to the shop. Wonderful. So with the shop now fixed and the swap shop surface fully operational again, it's time to start working on our gondola station shops. For that, we're going to need blaze burners and stock tickers and barrels and stock links and all that sort of good stuff, as well as tablecloths and some form of ticket that we've got to design and build. And I can craft a whole bunch of tablecloths quite easily, but what are we going to use for tickets? Now, we've got paper, which kind of looks like a ticket, and we've also got sandpaper, which also looks quite like a ticket, and red sandpaper could look like a more expensive ticket, like a season pass. However, in order to make those work, we're going to have to rename them. And getting red sandpaper is going to be as easy as just crushing down some granite into red sand. And I've got a bit of sand here on me, but I don't have any paper, so let's go see if we've got any tree bark in my storage system. Well, we've got loads of it. So let's make a couple of stacks of paper, grab our red sand out of there, come over to this anvil, and now I'm going to make one sandpaper for now, and one red sandpaper. And if I come to the anvil and click on that, we could call that something like single rider, and we could call this one something like season pass. But the problem is these are going to be very easy for the other members to just copy, because all they'd need to do is make sandpaper and then rename them on the anvils. And that means if I'm going to use these items, then we're going to have an honesty system and just trust the players aren't going to scam the system, which is a bit of a shame. That said, we could add some custom items to the game, although that does mean fiddling with the mod pack, and then everyone's got to re-download the mod pack. So for now, we're just going to use sandpaper, but I will add some custom items into the game at another point. Now let's just get a very temporary setup going on here. Dynamic timetables? What is that? Forecast a train's arrival on your display board. Oh my goodness, Blockdown's doing trains. The plot thickens! Anyway, straw statues. I'm going to pop a straw statue down on that chair if we can. No, you're not going to let me? You let me do it at the bank. If I click on it, I'm just going to sit on it. I don't want to do that. Okay, fine. Let's click it there. No? Why won't you let me place? But I've done it before. Huh, weird. Okay, can we interact with you and move you onto it? Yeah, I guess kind of like that. Now, if I put the stock ticker down next to you here, that's not going to work. You're going to have to be right next to it. What about there? That's not going to work. Just chuck a block down there. What about there? No. Well, I need to get this straw statue actually sat on the seat. If I turn off gravity and then just put it in the air a bit so it's above the seat, and then turn on gravity, there we go. Now it's a shopkeeper. That was hard work. Now, giving this straw statue a name allows you to actually set which skin it's going to get from all of the Minecraft Java Edition players in the world, and I want something that looks relatively smart, and I typed in driver and that's what I got. And we sort of need to get them sitting down and then position them so they're actually on the chair a bit, which is not going to let me do because they're locked onto that seat. Oh, that's not very good. That looks rubbish. You're floating. Now, I could use an animal or a villager or something like that, but if I put villagers in here, then eventually zombies or pillagers are going to come and kill them. If only there was a way to get these pop figures out of their boxes so I could use one of those. But there isn't yet. My mod's not finished. Oh, geez. But what I do have a collection of that I haven't used for anything yet are a whole bunch of dogs. We got these snowy dogs and we got the brown dog. So I think we'll have a snowy dog at the gondola station. And you, dog, are going to be my shopkeeper. Sit there a second. You can go away, silly straw statue. You, if you would come sit on that seat. There we go. Lovely job. You're a bit low down, but that's absolutely fine. We can interact with you. Excellent. And so a couple of minutes later, we now have a very basic shop layout. We've got 4 types of tickets we can get, and I've put a little poster at the back to say what they are. We've got a single rider for 2 diamonds, a return rider, which gives you 2 tickets for 3 diamonds. So you're saving yourself a diamond by buying 2 tickets. We've also got a day rider, which gives you 4 tickets, which is basically saving you 3 diamonds on buying them individually. And of course, then we've got the season pass, which you could buy for 64 diamonds. But I need to store the items somewhere, and I need to get them into there. So that means we're going to be going underground next. I'm digging out an area underneath this barrel. I forgot I built this on top of my workshop. I guess that's not how we're going to do this. This is going to get a whole bunch more complicated all of a sudden. Oh, geez. So if we make a vault here to actually keep the ticket items in, we've just got to get them out of there and into this barrel. I could put a chute system in above it and have power bringing them along here, but that might look a bit rubbish. Alternatively, we could literally just go straight behind this wall and have a conveyor send them to that, which again might look a little bit rubbish, slap bang in the middle of a shop, but it's the best we're going to hope for now. Oh look, there's power there. That's the top of my crafter. That's very convenient. In that case, we can just bring that up through here a little bit like this. Stick ourselves a gearbox down there and hopefully that'll be going in the right direction. It is. Oh, wonderful. And we are going to need to get items into there from when the players use their tickets on the turnstiles. So I think what I'm going to do is just stick a basic conveyor going into the side of it just here. Stop calling them conveyors, they're called belts. Yeah, but it's a conveyor belt, mate. That's what it's literally what it is. Oh, and if I extend that onto there like that, is that going in the right direction? It is. Wonderful. And if I pop myself a funnel there and chuck all of my tickets on here like that, they should now appear in the shop. They are. Okay. So if I grab myself a couple of diamonds and then I try and buy myself stockkeeper missing, bruh, it's literally right there, bro. 1 ticket, 2 tickets, 4 tickets, oh, and a season pass. 2 diamonds, 3 diamonds, 5 diamonds, 64 diamonds. Wonderful. Right, now can I buy something? So if I go to that and click on the dog, there we go. I have ordered it. That contains my 2 diamonds, and there we go. My single rider is in there. I can get that out, and now I can go and use it on the ticket machine that I haven't built yet. However, I don't like the fact that it comes out in a package, so what we're also going to do here is stick another packager on there with a funnel going into there, and now hopefully, if I order another one and click on the dog, that should come through as an actual ticket. There we go, perfect. Nice. Let's go and put these back in the system and figure out how I'm going to make a turnstile. Now, one thing I've thought about using is a placard. You see, placards are pretty good. They're like an item frame, but if you click them with the right item, you get a redstone signal out. If you click them with the wrong item, i.e. a ticket that hasn't got a name, or a piece of paper, or any other item really, then you don't get a redstone output. But by doing that, you can actually detect the redstone signal and get through, which will be perfect for our season passes because we don't want to take those off the player. However, for our normal tickets, our single rider tickets, we do want to take those off the player, so we can't use placards. We could use shelves with some hoppers in order to take the items out of those shelves, which could be a fun way of doing it, or we can use item hatches, which I think is going to be more suitable for us. And item hatches can be set up something like this. We've got our item hatch, which I believe we can actually put a filter on to stop people putting the wrong thing in, and then we can have that basically deposit our items straight into some form of container and then use a smart observer to actually detect if it's the right item. So if I try and put sandpaper in there, that will go in and that will be detected. That's not good. However, what if we use filters? Let's grab our list filter, put our one with text on it, put the respect data on there, tick that. Can I put that on there? I can. Now that will stop me putting normal sandpaper in, and that will allow me to put the single rider ticket in, and that can see that that's there. But we're also going to need one of those filters on here so that the observer doesn't detect just normal sandpaper being in there. So quickly adding in another filter and chucking that on there. Now if I put normal sandpaper in that, it's not going to detect it, but if I put a single rider pass in there, it is going to detect it. So that works. Okay, a little while later, and I think I've got something in place that works for the day tickets, or the single rider tickets. We've now got a barrier stopping us from being able to go on the monorail, and we have this item hatch here. Behind the item hatch is a little vault with the smart observer on, and underneath it there is a hopper that is currently locked. If I break away this block here, you can see that hopper is locked. That means it can't take the item out of the vault above it or pass it through into the barrel behind it. But when the smart observer sees there is a ticket in there, this redstone torch will turn off, unlocking the hopper and also sending a signal down this little squirrely staircase to a sticky mechanical piston which will move the barriers out of the way. And using this pulse extender, that will last for 10 seconds, giving the travellers plenty of time to go through. And yes, more travellers will be able to go through at the same time and they'll be able to cheat and go through together, but I don't care. This is just for fun, and if people cheat the system, it's absolutely fine. Let's just go through here and put my ticket in. And it didn't work. Why not work? Okay. I think maybe because I've got that inverted, which means down here, instead of having this like this, if I put a redstone torch there and then invert it, would work potentially. Single rider ticket into the item hatch. There we go. And that should stay down for 10 seconds. And there we go, it goes back up again. Wonderful. However, of course, there are two entrances to our gondola system, because if we go around this side of the little shop, there's this one here, but this is the exit. People shouldn't be coming out this way to get on a gondola. And that's why I've just chosen to use these simple signs. This one clearly signifying that that's the exit, and if we go across here, this one signifies that that's the entrance. And of course, we've got this brand new, big, long, wide one above the shop that says Peak Transport Gondolas, Cruising High Experience Alpine Peaks. Why not? It looks great. So I've got a little bit of tidying up to do to make the shop look a little bit nicer. I would like some things on the walls and whatnot. And of course, I need to clear this little mess up and implement the placard system, and then craft a whole bunch of tickets out of sandpaper and tidy all of this mess up through here, and then build it all over again at the central station and the one at the bank. Oh, geez, I've got my work cut out for me. Well, adding in the season pass system was easy enough. I've got the placard on the wall next to the item hatch, and when I click that with my season pass, it opens, and of course I get to keep hold of my season pass. All I've done to make this work is stuck a comparator on the back of the wall going into a repeater, which powers this block above this redstone dust, which then powers this repeater that comes down the stairs and does exactly the same thing our other systems did, so it just basically bypasses this one. However, that does mean at the back of our shop we've got a big old hole, and we're going to now fill this hole back in again with a few blocks like that, and then we're going to use some copycat boards on these bits to fill that bit in there. Oh, I'm missing a block. So now you would never know. We do need some form of decoration in this corner, I think, but that is this station system completely done. I do now, however, have absolutely no access to that back room at all, which is a bit of a problem because I am going to need to access it. So what I think I'm going to do here is I can't get in through there. How am I going to get in the back rooms? Can I go through the hallway? No. Okay. I can stick a poster on the wall here, though, I guess. Let's have this one. Very nice. Okay, but how am I going to get in my back room? I mean, I could put another poster on the wall here and have a secret one that I can jump through. Give it a frame. And now, if I want to go in the back rooms, I just have to hop over all of that, get on the conveyor. It's not ideal. Okay, so I'm still at the station on the top of the mountain, but things have changed a little bit. We've now got a little bit of leaf litter leading in and out of the building, as if people have been trampling it through as they're coming in. And you might notice there is some glow lichen on the walls as well, just to sort of make it not look quite so pristine. And also because they've got this sort of almost icicle effect, and with this being on top of a mountain, and yes, I will be replacing all of the grass with snow at some point, I wanted this station to feel particularly cold and fresh. I've also added a whole bunch of signs around, as well as some flowers, and I've changed out some of these logs for composters under the plants, and I've tweaked all of this to make it a little bit easier for the members to buy things. We've got a ticket office, purchase here, collect here, then the different descriptions for each of the items. And then I've also gone round putting review boards up from all of these customers that are completely real. This one here says, I wish I could give more than 5 stars, from a real customer. And this one over here says it's the best transport network ever. And this one from an honest chap says he's never seen a view so good. And hopefully those reviews will help the other players think, yes, this is a service I want to use. I'm going to spend my diamonds. Right, anyway, we better test this service before we do anything. Let me take my test diamonds out of there, buy myself a return rider. I'm going to click the dog. Hopefully that's going to appear in there. Yes, I've got 2 tickets. Wonderful. And I'm going to go through and get on the monorail. And hopefully, there we go. That opens and I can go and get on. Wonderful. It works. Okay, coming down to the spawn station. And I'm going to have to make some serious changes inside of here in order to make this work. Because this station goes both ways, we're going to need to block off the entrance going both ways with the ticket system. And we're going to have to find a way to get people off the gondola so they can get out without having a ticket. And we're going to have room for those systems to be in place. Now, currently, this system's mirrored on both sides. We have a staircase that comes down, and that takes you right to the entrance or exit on either side of the building, which is great. but there's nowhere to have some sort of piston activated system to block this off unless I put it just in this spot here, which I could do, but I don't really want to. I mean, we could bring that out to that point there and have it there, but then that's going to be right in the way. So what I'm thinking is, instead of having the shop point right here, we'd actually put that at the back here where these lockers and this little seating area is, and then we can bring the stairs down to the sides underneath the stations and have the entrances going in the different directions, and then a little locker room in the center at the back. But I don't know if it's going to fit. So I've got myself some stairs here. If I was to put those there like that, it's going to be very difficult to get up there without banging my head. And if I hop up above this, yeah, we're literally right on the platform, so we don't have a great deal of room to move stuff about here. Oh geez, why did I design it this way? I can get away with breaking those because that's the secondary layer. I might even be able to get away with breaking those and then these. Yes, I can. So that should just about give us enough room to get down without banging our heads. So yes, we can do that. That should work. Well, doesn't this look a whole bunch better? I mean, look at it. It's incredible. Well, at least compared to what it was. So let's talk you through it. Let's go outside and walk our way in as if we were a customer. I've taken the signs off there to say that it's coming soon because, of course, it is now open. And if we go in here, we're greeted with lots of signs and posters, even more review boards. And, of course, we've got a sign here saying very good deals and gondola tickets over there. So this is where the little shop is. We've got another dog down here where we can actually get our tickets. But of course we have to buy them from over here. We've got the ticket prices behind just like we did before. And then we've just got a whole bunch more posters and seats. And then we've got this area here, which is the entrance, where it all works wonderfully. So let's just grab ourselves a couple of these. We'll get a season pass and a normal ticket. And if we come over to here and we click this one with our season pass, the gates on both sides will open. And if we go through and just wait for a second, they'll close. There we go. And of course, if we're coming off the gondola and we want to get here, we can't get out. So I've put this handy button just here. If we press that, they will also open, allowing you to get out and go on your merry way through the exit-only doors, even though they're technically entrances, but I didn't make a sign that just says exit. And of course, the single tickets do work as well. If I click on that one there, that will open, and exactly the same thing happens. And all that's going on here is that behind this wall, we've got our observers that are looking into the vaults behind those item hatches. We've got our comparator, which is behind the placard, and we've got these repeaters, which are behind the buttons. They all join their redstone signals together into this little mess here, which goes down to our gearbox that reverses the direction of our shafts going to the pistons, which makes them retract. We've got some water wheels down here to provide power, and then underneath the barrels that come from the item hatches, there are hoppers going across to the middle into a chute here that goes along this conveyor belt all the way through the other side into a fan, up another chute, and into an item vault which is squirreled away in the back here because there wasn't much room. In fact, I've actually had to extend the building out a block just at the back here so we could get that in, but that then feeds through just like it did before into this barrel. So it was a bit of a squeeze getting it in, but I think it works really well. I think it looks really good, full of lots of interesting things to see, and I hope the other members are going to absolutely love it. Now that that station's done though, I've still got one more to go, but that station's gonna look exactly the same as the one on top of my hill. So there's no point in going through it all again. I'm just gonna take my time to just copy it outside of the video, and hopefully you'll all see that next time you log on. So really, next for me right now, I want to show someone around, and there's someone I haven't bumped into all season. Well, at least since day one. Silent! 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 Oh, jeez. SilentWisperer!
Foxy!
Hey, bud.
Oh my god, it's been so long. How are you doing?
I have not seen you since like episode 1.
I know. Listen, I have questions for you.
Oh, good. I like questions.
Why are there sulfur cubes in the caves?
Because I added them. Because they're fun.
Ah, I see. Well, that's all the answer I really needed. Are they gonna like kill me in my sleep? There is a catch to these. I know that there's a catch.
Yeah. Do you want to see the catch to them? It's brilliant. It's really good fun.
Okay.
I have actually got other things to show you. I actually wanted to show you around my new monorail gondola, but before we do that, we'll go play with sulfur cubes. That sounds fun.
Okay, great. I like playing with sulfur. Oh, hi, Azu's here.
Azu's here as well.
Hello.
Hey, buddy.
Hey.
We're actually just leaving right now. He's gonna go show me a sulfur cube or something. I don't know. I'm probably gonna die.
Oh, all right.
Only a bit.
Foxy's stealing me. You can just blame him.
Oh, yeah, well, I don't mind. You can blame me all you like. I'm good at taking the blame. I do it regularly.
Yeah. Yeah, you do. For a lot of things that you probably shouldn't, but you know, it suits you. It suits you.
It does. Right, let's grab this.
Oh,
we'll take it
okay.
outside.
So why is there a spawner in your room?
Oh, I wanted to sell it to you.
Yeah, can you sell it to me right now?
Yeah. How much?
Okay, great. I'll just grab that.
Okay. If you grab it, you won't be able to play with the sulfur cube, though.
Oh no, we'll just put it down outside. It's fine.
Oh, right. Okay. Fair enough. All right. The trick to this is, I'll tell you the trick before we get carried away and I just try and fool you with it. The trick to this is, it works like a normal sulfur cube from the Java Edition snapshots. If you punch it or hit it with any item that's not a weapon, then it works normally. However, I have also added in knockback and momentum into how far it will travel. So if you've got like a cardboard sword and you hit it really hard, it will go really far. If you hit it with a weapon, all of that damage, not the damage necessarily, but the damage that's transferred into momentum and knockback and momentum is transferred to the player instead of the sulfur cube. So you can go very, very far.
I love it. Okay, so let's see about this. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, I love that. That is fantastic. So this is sharpness 6, smite 6, bane of arthropods 6.
Yeah.
So if I just do
Oh. Yeah. So you can go quite a long way.
Yeah, this is like a great elytra launcher.
Absolutely.
You just invented this out of your brain. Like, yeah, you just came up with this on your own.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Love it.
Yeah, so that's
and then you can punch it.
Yeah, you can punch it and throw it around, and obviously if you hit it with something that's not a sword or an axe, then you can hit it a bit further. They're just good fun.
This is great. I love it.
So while you're up here, this is an opportunity to show off what I've been building today, and I've been decorating the inside of my my gondola stations. So would you like to have a look inside my gondola station entrance?
I would like to have a look inside your gondola. So I tried to ride it before, and it just went in a circle.
What?
Me and Rofo couldn't figure it out. It just kept going in a circle at the top.
Yeah, you don't drive it yourself. You let the little man do it.
There was no little man.
Oh right, okay, yeah. It's got little men now. You just get on and you get off when you stop.
Oh okay.
Yeah. It's not self-driving.
Oh.
Well, it is self-driving, but it's not. You don't drive it yourself.
You don't drive it. I see.
Yeah.
Oh, this looks nice though. Oh, you got to buy tickets. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I like this. It's 64 diamonds for a season pass.
Yeah,
what do you think I am? Made of money.
For the whole season, Silent.
Oh, for the whole season. Oh,
it's good deals.
Summer just began. I guess that's a pretty good deal. Okay.
Yeah, not the year season, as in the season of Just Create. If this goes on for 3 years, you only need 1 season pass.
Yeah, sure. Sounds like a scam to me.
You've come in the exit, by the way. You didn't see the big sign that said exit only.
Yeah, no, I did, but I just chose to ignore it. I can't read.
Oh, fair enough. I wanted to show you my mechanism that I made. So come back out of the exit.
Something? Okay, we'll go back out the exit then. I apologize. Jeez, I'm just ruining your whole thing.
Well, that's okay. Well, I wouldn't expect anything less. So yeah, through here, if you buy a season pass, you can use your season pass on the door. If you've just got a day ticket, you have to put it in there. But the season pass, look.
Oh wow, that's so cool.
It opens for 10 seconds. You go on and off you go.
Shoot. Okay, well, I'm getting a free ride today.
Yeah, fair enough.
This is great. Oh, I just took the train train schedule.
Quick, give it back. There we go.
I'll just get that back. Yeah, there we go.
No suitable destination. Oh my goodness, what have you done, Silent?
It's going back.
Yeah, I'll fix it. Don't you worry. I'll fix it.
Okay.
There we go. No, we should be able to do it. There we go.
Listen, I'm here to stress-proof it, okay?
Yeah, there's a traffic jam now at my gondola station.
No, listen, if it's not silent proof, then like it's not good enough.
Well,
obviously.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to put these guys in like special boxes so you can't touch them.
Yeah, you you need to block them
schedules.
off. You know, no, normally you don't just have immediate access to like the driver of your bus or the gondola or the train or something, right? They are in their own little room, right?
There we
Oh,
go.
let's get up here. This is great. That was great. I could have flown here, but I'm glad that I didn't.
Yeah, well, it's not just about the, you know, the convenience. It's about the journey and the view.
It's about the journey. Yeah, the journey, the
Exactly.
view. I'm locked in here now. This is a prison.
You know, and we've got
Like
another little shop here.
Oh, wow, look at that. You can buy some pictures. Does it take your picture when you're on the ride?
Oh, that'd be good.
Like a
wouldn't
roller
it?
coaster.
That-
It
I-
would.
yeah, that'd be amazing. But no, sadly.
What am I even paying you for then?
Well, you're not paying me anything yet. You haven't bought a ticket.
Exactly. Yeah, you haven't improved the ride yet. Jeez.
Unbelievable. Yeah, anyway, it's good to bump into you, Silent. Having a wonderful day with
Yeah.
Azu, or whatever you get up to. And I will be bumping into you soon because I need some books.
Yeah, do you want to just buy books now?
I mean, I could buy books now, but then if I buy them
You
from you
could.
later, I can shove that into my next video.
We could just stop recording now and then you just restart recording. We just do another intro. Two videos.
That sounds complete. Okay, right. Yeah.